Hi, welcome to Rudy's Movie Reviews, San Antonio's unofficial movie critic, and oh man, this is gonna be a good one. I promise you, this is something that I've been planning to do since 1998. This topic, this game that I'm going to be talking about, is the most influential video game I've ever played in my life. I would put this up on the top 3 things that have impacted me the most in my life. That's Flash Gordon, Superman, and this video game. I've been a gamer since the Atari days, and I've scrolled left to right my entire childhood. Then the PS1 comes along. Yes, the PS1. Funny story, I bought the first PS1 back in 1995, and I spent over like $600 on a controller, Battle Arena Toshinden, and Mortal Kombat 3. Every one of my friends said, "What the hell did you waste your money on? That's not gonna last. It's gonna be like the Jaguar. PlayStation, you should have waited for the 64." And look what happened. PlayStation 1 was a gateway to a video game that has stayed with me. It's 20 years. September 3rd, I believe, is the release date of the original Metal Gear Solid game. And here we are 20 years later, and I remember every moment that I had with that game. And that's what I'm going to be talking about, guys. I'm going to be talking about Hideo Kojima's classic, the 1998 Metal Gear Solid video game for the PlayStation 1. This game, again, one of the greatest video games of all time. And I'm not really going to talk about the gameplay or the story. There's thousands of YouTube videos that are on that topic. I'm going to be talking about moments. I'm going to be talking about the moments that really impacted me, that cheered me up, that stayed with me 20 years after the fact, and I believe that are some of the greatest moments in video game history. So let's go ahead and get started on this retrospective, my first video game retrospective on Metal Gear Solid. Let's do this. And the first thing I like to talk about is, I was expecting this.
Rudy, this is Snake. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Snake.
So you finally decided to do this.
I've been ready for this my whole life. I'm not blowing this. This is gonna be amazing. You just watch.
We'll see.
I got this. The first thing, guys, I want to talk about is the tone. As a gamer and a movie lover, once the game started and you're listening to your objectives, the tone was immediately set on what you had to do. Colonel Campbell broke it down for you. There are 2 objectives. This is your deadline. This is who you're going up against, your former Foxhound unit. He told you the talents of every single enemy you had to go up against. So right away as a gamer, you knew what was at stake. And I love the tone that it was set. And as a movie lover, I recognize the Escape from New York John Carpenter influence. And of course, Snake Plissken.
Get them both back, Plissken. And remember, once you're inside, you're on your own.
Oh, you mean I can't count on you?
No.
Good.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
I was totally sold within the first 4 minutes of that presentation. And then we go into the dock sequence. And again, this may be a little old and you've seen it a billion times, but keep in mind in 1998, I had never played a game. Once the game started, the credits were still rolling. That was mind-blowing. That blew me away. I'm like, oh my God, this feels like a movie. This feels like a movie that I'm actually watching. Of course, you go through the dock and you get to the elevator, right? Hopefully without being seen. And then the credit sequence, and boom, you have a title sequence. Boom. I had the greatest sense of accomplishment in less than 20 minutes. And I was totally sold on this story and who I was and what I needed to do. That intro and that tone has stayed with me all this time. And I loved it. And of course, since I'm talking about Metal Gear, I have to talk about this sound. I know, that sound to this day is still, in my opinion, the most terrifying sound in video games I've ever heard. I tried having it as my notification sound when I got texts, but every time I was at work, I jump every time I hear it. I'm not lying. But yes, that sound when you got caught in that game was the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. Still is. And the following item I'd like to talk about is the voice acting. Rudy, this is Snake. I love it! But yes, at the time, keep in mind in 1998, no other game, as far as I know, that I ever played, had the quality and talent of voice acting that this game gave me. For example, this is what I had in the late 90s. Play the clips.
Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait! I beg of you!
I have to play that last one again. And that's all we had! We had crap! But this game gave us a solid story. You knew what everybody involved in the game was coming from and their talents, but they also had vocal talents.
Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them.
Wow. And of course, David Hayter, the man, is simply amazing. Side story, I actually got to meet David Hayter. Here's a picture of me and him, and he actually recorded this for me.
Rudy, this is Snake.
I meet a lot of celebrities here in San Antonio, and I never get starstruck, but believe it or not, my kids are with me. I was telling my kids, this is Solid Snake, I'm gonna meet Solid Snake, I don't know what to say, but I'm just gonna ask him if he can record something on my phone, then I'm gonna use it as my phone ringer, and you think he'll do it? My daughter, my kid, my son were like, just calm down, Dad. But I actually got to meet him, and I'm like, Mr. Hayter, I'm a big fan, and I don't agree with Keith or Sullivan taking Snake, but you're always Snake to me. And I played Snake, and you really touched me right here. And David Hayter's just like, yeah. It's a true story. I am not lying. Oh my God! But I got to meet him. He's a really cool guy, and I'm glad that he gave me my phone ringer. And the tone you just heard has been my phone ringer since 2015. No lie. Next topic I'd love to talk about is really connecting with my enemies during their death. As a gamer, previous to Metal Gear Solid, you fought Bowser, you fought the guys from Final Fight. You really never connected with your enemy. And I was really grabbed by the overwhelming sense of empathy that I felt while after I defeated my enemy, I'm thinking Snake's just gonna go and shoot Psycho Mantis in the head. No, what does Snake do? He kneels down and just listens to them tell their last few words. And they begin to tell their story on who they were, where they came from. And I felt remorse, like maybe I didn't have to kill this guy.
The first person whose mind I dove into was my father's. I saw nothing but disgust and hatred for me in his heart. My mother died in childbirth, and he despised me for it. I thought my father was going to kill me.
And I have to be honest with you guys, I was not expecting that as a gamer. I was expecting just to move on to the next level, but just seeing and hearing their stories really made me change my perspective on violence. Believe it or not, I'm not kidding. And then we go to Sniper Wolf's death, which in my opinion is one of the greatest scenes in video game history.
That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me.
I've been playing video games my entire childhood and never really connected to any characters other than the hero, but not the enemy. Here I am, I defeat the enemy, and I have an overwhelming sense of guilt that I had to kill her. Here she is dying, the music's playing, the score's amazing, you hear the wolves howling. The respect Snake gives her, that you're not a dog, you're a wolf, untamed, like, oh my God. And then Otacon shows up, and then it just adds more to the moment because he loved Sniper Wolf.
Why? I loved you.
Hearing his pain, and then the moment when Snake had to put Cyberwolf out of her misery with that gunshot.
Goodbye.
I will never forget that moment. And the conversation after the fact, in my opinion, is one of the most moving conversations between two characters in the video game of all time.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for? Goosebumps. I'm not kidding. Goosebumps. In my opinion, that scene is the most heartfelt scene I've ever experienced in video games. Nothing else has ever compared or came close to that. Now, this next experience that I want to share with everybody is really the most important experience that I had playing Metal Gear Solid. And that is how I became Solid Snake. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, but please hear me out. When you're playing the game and introduced to Solid Snake, everybody from Mei Ling, Naomi, they're just in awe meeting Snake. I can't believe I'm talking to the legendary Solid Snake. And Snake repeatedly says, "I'm no hero." And you're thinking, why is he not accepting that role? Why is he so against it? And you don't understand why. And then he meets Meryl later in the game and they have this conversation.
There are no heroes in war. All the heroes I know are either dead or in prison, one or the other.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man who's good at what he does, killing. There's no winning or losing for a mercenary. The only winners in war are the people.
That's right, and you fight for the people.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food.
Yeah.
And as a player, I'm curious, why is he just so against being called a hero? And then you're captured, and then Revolver Ocelot tells you he's going to torture you. And these are the rules before he gets started.
We're going to play a game, Snake. And we'll find out what kind of man you really are. When the pain becomes too great to bear, just give up and your suffering will end. But if you do, the girl's life is mine. Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend. Don't even think about using auto fire, or I'll know.
There are no continues if you die. If you try to cheat, I'll know. That's my Revolver Ocelot impression. And oh, if you give up, we'll torture Meryl instead. So we knew the rules. If you died and you had to start over. But if you gave up, they were going to replace you with Meryl and torture her. I wasn't going to let that happen. But guys, I'm not kidding. I tried my best. I was smashing that button. And right when I was about to die, I gave up. And like, you win. And Ocelot begins to tell you, I'll stop the torturing as promised, and we'll replace you with a girl. I hope you can look yourself in the mirror, my friend. And I am not kidding. I swear to you, I had the most overwhelming sense of guilt. I did. I felt like shit that I gave up and they were going to start torturing Meryl. And the whole time in the game, I'm just so upset at myself for giving up. The only thing I can think of was I gotta beat it fast. If I hurry and get through the game and go through the stages, I can save her before they kill her. That was my mentality. So I played the game nonstop for like an entire day. I had to go save her because I need to get that guilt off my chest. You beat Liquid, and then this scene happens.
Meryl? Meryl.
Meryl!
gave in to my fear. I gave in to my pain. I sold your life to save my own. I'm a loser. I'm not the hero you thought I was. I'm nothing.
I felt every single word he yelled. I am a loser. I am nothing. I am not the hero you thought I was. It was at that moment, everybody, when I finally became Solid Snake. I finally understood where he was coming from, and I finally understood why he pushed back on the title of hero. I understood everything. Man, no other game since then has made me feel that. The pain and death, and that was perfectly fine as a gamer just staying there with Meryl. But Otacon then comes, and then we have a role reversal, and he saves me.
Forgive me.
Meryl can't forgive anyone anymore.
Otacon.
She's gone, Snake.
Because of me.
I guess blaming yourself makes it easier, huh? If you do that, you can keep the pain at a nice, safe distance.
What the hell do you know? Meryl's dead. I've lost.
So, are you gonna stay here and die? Along with her? Snake. People die. But death is not defeat. That's what Hemingway said. I lost Wolf, too. But that wasn't defeat. She and I will be together forever. We didn't lose anything.
Together forever.
It's true that Wolf is dead. But our love didn't die with her. Life's more than just a game of win or lose. Don't you think? Let's live, Snake.
I had to let go of what I've done, my past. I had to let go of that mistake, and move on and live. Oh God, that's amazing. That was amazing. But the game ends on a note of rebirth, of resurrection. The game teaches you and tells you, you may have been a horrible person. You may have done some horrible things. And there is guilt and there is sadness there. But you cannot let that hold you back. You have to move on and live life.
So where you going, Dave?
I think it's time for me to look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will you find it?
I'll find it. I know I'll find it.
That is the most amazing feeling and ending of any game that I've ever experienced. And I know I've said that a lot during this retrospective, but I'm being as sincere with you as possible. I felt better about myself. I knew what I had done in this video game, and I knew that pain was always going to be there, but I couldn't let it hold me down. I had to move on. And no other game, ladies and gentlemen, has ever done that for me. No other game. And that is why, in my opinion, Metal Gear Solid is the best video game of all time. Of all time. Well guys, that's going to be it from a Metal Gear Solid retrospective. I really hope you enjoyed sharing these moments with me. And if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid, my God, you have to. You can ask any gamer out there, they will tell you it is one of the best video games of all time and one of the best stories you ever will experience. So I highly recommend it, and please check it out, guys. And as always, thank you for watching Rudy's Movie Reviews, San Antonio's unofficial movie critic. Please... Oh, that's right. One second.
That was the most moving Metal Gear Solid review I've ever seen. Good job. That was amazing.
Snake, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Shut up and let me finish. What I'm trying to tell you is, you've earned my sub and my respect.
Snake, that means a lot to me, sir. You have a good one.
Take care.
And as always, thank you for watching Rudy's Movie Review, San Antonio's unofficial movie critic. Please take care. God bless. Live long and prosper. And I'm out.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
Do you think anyone caught this Easter egg? Surely this will help with Rudy's sub count. Of course, sir, I forgot to ask. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and share this video with other Metal Gear fans. And of course, sir, thank you for your time. Mr. Jordan, vote wrong.